I don't know if you've seen today's paper, but a huge, unprecedented headline in today's paper, which reads $300 million, comma, it's back. Assemblyman Anthony Brindisi is on the line right now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everyone.
Now, that's a headline. I think that's what you tweeted out today.
That's a headline I've been waiting to see for a couple months, at least a month now. So,
yeah, big news. All right, what do we know, and what's happening here?
Well, what I can tell you is after we found out the money was cut out of the budget, immediately Senator Griffin, myself, Senator Valesky, who's the vice chair of the Health Committee in the Senate, went to action, and we talked to the leaders of both houses. I had extensive conversations with Speaker Hasty about this. He was here over the summer. I talked to him about the hospital, so he knows how important the project is to me. And once it was cut, there was no question in his mind that he was going to do what he could to help me restore the funding, which is great. He's been a tremendous partner in making that happen. So the Senate has filed suit on their side with the leader of the Senate has worked with Senator Griffin and Valesky to make that happen in the Senate. So as far as the legislature is concerned, this money is back, and we know the governor has said he is committed to this project. We fully hope that he will fulfill that commitment by meeting us and accepting that funding.
So he needs to sign off on this, and that's expected maybe next week?
Well, it's got to be part of the budget. So,
got it. Okay.
It's got to be passed by April 1st, and all three sides got to agree to it. And
so what we're seeing here, this is back in the budget. This
is back in our Assembly One House and our Senate One House proposals. So as far as the legislature is concerned, this is something that we want to see done. And the governor has said he is committed, so we expect to follow suit.
All right. Do we know why the money disappeared out of the budget in the first place?
We really don't. I've heard so many different things, but I couldn't point to one thing. I think there's been some changeover in staff there, some new people in the Division of Budget, and I don't know if this was a way they felt that they could meet other needs around the state. But, look, it's unprecedented to have a capital appropriation, let alone a capital appropriation for $300 million in the budget one year and disappear the next. And I think it was a struggle last year keeping it in the budget because obviously there were other parts of the state that wanted this money. But this year, there wasn't much pushback from other legislators to restore this funding because they felt, look, this was something that was promised to you last year. You lost it. We should work with you to put it back because if this could happen in Oneida County, it could happen anywhere. I mean, there's got to be a way where areas can plan, and if there's an appropriation one year, I could see if this thing sat around for 10 years or whatever and nothing's moving, then you reappropriate the money. But for 1 year, that's unprecedented. Is
the Mohawk Valley Health System, are they moving forward timely? I mean,
they are. I mean, just from the time the money was announced last year, they've probably spent a few $100,000 in consultants. They hired the Hammis Group to work through the site selection process. They've done all kinds of work to prepare themselves for this. Really, it was the Department of Health that was not very responsive to them. And from the summer, summer of last year till January, there wasn't really much communication on the Department of Health's part to help the hospital work through the progress. Now, let's move forward because they have been very responsive since January when this money was cut out of the budget. The health commissioner came to Utica. We met with him and the hospital. There have been several conversations with health department officials about how to move forward with the project. So I think going forward, I'm confident they're going to be more responsive. But the hospital's done their due diligence. Everything's been put on pause now because obviously the money wasn't there. Mm-hmm. But now if we can have some assurances that it's going to be there, then they can move forward with the project.
Right.
Do really what's in the best interest of all of us here in the county and the region is to have a brand new hospital, a hospital that has private rooms. You're not sharing rooms. You cut down on infections and things like that. So that's what this is all about. It's getting the best health care for people in our region.
And again, the target is still downtown.
It's still downtown. I think that we have to come together as a community, and if there's legitimate concerns, let's have them. But let's stop all the false information on Facebook and all the scare tactics that some people have been using. No one's going to put a hospital in the middle of downtown without doing the proper studies on traffic and parking and all the other things that go into that. Let's listen to the urban planners, the engineers, the architects, the people who have a lot of experience doing these kinds of things. They're going to bring in architects and engineers who have experience with downtown hospitals that have done these things in other communities. Those are the people that us as community members should be listening to. Not the Monday morning engineer who has no experience doing this kind of stuff, who's out there spreading all kinds of false information. Let's listen to the experts and those are the urban planners, the people who've done this kind of thing before.
That's funny. I was just going to hire the Monday morning engineer to build my new house.
Go on Facebook because they're experts on everything.
All righty. Okay, Anthony, we appreciate it. But again, as we said, this is the headline you've been looking for, and let's hope this moves very quickly.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cool. All right, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Assemblyman Anthony Brindisi. But, he's talking about... I just wish if you're gonna Hobike has made his way in. If you're gonna combat,
he's just Hobike.
Well, he's an attorney. We can't even talk to him about this because they just lie all the time. The attorneys will say whatever they have to say to get their client off. That's what they do.
No.
Oh, that doesn't work that way?
No.
Okay. Shocking.
It's just that I have, we generally have a different viewpoint.
We do, yeah.
When it
you
comes
and I,
to
yeah.
Yes, that's
especially.
true.
Got a break. Hold on tight. We're coming back at WIBX.